Ever get that feeling? Like YouTube's this giant maze.
Uh-huh.
You're trying to find something cool, something new, but you just end up back where you started.
Totally. Same old stuff, nothing interesting.
Yeah. And that's exactly what this week's deep dive is all about. One of our listeners wrote in, and he's feeling a little lost in the YouTube wilderness, so to speak. He's a bit older,
Okay.
and he's finding that YouTube keeps recommending, well, let's just say, not really his cup of tea.
Interesting. So we're talking about the algorithm, right? This whole thing about being kind of, what's the word, algorithmically pigeonholed.
Right, like even if you try watching different stuff, YouTube just gets stuck on this one track.
Exactly. It's almost like being trapped in a content silo.
And he's ready for something more. He loves comedy podcasts
Oh, nice.
and old school hip hop, especially Ice Cube. But his YouTube feed, it's miles away from that.
Yeah, I can see how that would be frustrating.
He did admit to a bit of a true crime phase.
Happens to the best of us.
But now he's looking for something meatier, something that actually, respects his time and intelligence.
Makes sense. It's like, behind all those recommendations, there's this complex system trying to guess what you'll click on. But sometimes it misses the mark by a lot.
Totally. So how do we help our listener break out of this echo chamber? Find those hidden YouTube gems. Where do we even begin?
Okay, so instead of just taking what the algorithm gives us, we got to be more active, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's about taking charge, becoming the architects of our own digital journeys.
Ooh, I like that. Architects of our own digital journeys.
Right. So how do we actually do that? Well, we can kind of like trick the algorithm, make it understand what we're really interested in. Think about it. Every minute you spend watching a video, it's like you're telling YouTube, hey, this is what I like. Give me more of this.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a vote.
Exactly.
Okay.
A vote for the content you want to see. So for our listener, he's into Ice Cube and comedy podcasts, right? It's about going deeper.
Beyond just listening to the music.
Yeah. Think documentaries about West Coast hip hop, interviews with old school artists, even like the history and social context behind the music.
So we're not talking about searching for like old man content.
No. It's about aligning content with his interests and experiences. He's got a lifetime of those.
Exactly. There's a whole world of hip-hop history out there. And it's not just on Spotify. YouTube's got it too.
Absolutely. And there are some incredible channels on YouTube dedicated to this stuff. Channels like Hip Hop Evolution or Vox Earworm. They go beyond the surface level, offer really insightful commentary and analysis.
Ooh, those sound cool.
And remember, he mentioned liking true crime. He could explore historical crime documentaries. They often touch on social issues, cultural context, stuff that might resonate even more.
So it's about telling the algorithm, hey, I'm more complex than you think.
Exactly.
Speaking of going deeper, I actually fell into a YouTube rabbit hole myself a while back.
Oh.
I was curious about the origins of Monopoly.
Monopoly, that's a classic.
Right. I ended up on this channel all about the history of board games.
Wow.
It was so detailed, I lost track of time.
That's great. It just shows you never know what you might discover, right? Just like you found that board game channel. Our listener might be surprised, too, once he starts actively looking for what he's into.
So we're talking about using the search function.
More than just the search bar. It's a powerful tool.
Okay, insider tips time. How can he really refine his search and find those hidden gems?
First, get specific with your keywords. Don't just type hip-hop. Try West Coast hip-hop documentaries or comedians influenced by Richard Pryor.
I see. So it's about being precise.
Right. And use filters. You can filter by upload date, video length, even stuff like closed captions. You can even search within specific channels if you want to.
So many options.
And here's a pro tip. Boolean operators. Using words like and, or, and not. They can really narrow down your search.
Okay, now it's getting technical.
It's like speaking the algorithm's language. You're in control.
Cool. Any other tips?
Playlists, don't underestimate those. A lot of creators put together playlists based on themes or topics. It's like a curated tour through a certain area of interest. So if our listener finds a channel he likes, check out their playlists. Could be a goldmine of new stuff.
So to recap, it's about being proactive, using those search tools, and a little adventurous. Right?
Exactly. Think of YouTube as a library.
Yeah.
Not just, an endless stream of random videos.
A vast library of knowledge and entertainment just waiting to be explored.
Well said. It's about knowing how to use the tools, being a more discerning consumer.
I love that. So to our listener who's feeling lost in the YouTube jungle, hopefully this deep dive has given you some new strategies, some new paths to explore.
As you embark on your YouTube journey, think about those things you've always been curious about but never really had the time to dive into. What rabbit holes are you ready to explore? The possibilities are, really limitless.
And you get to choose your own adventure.
Exactly.
Have fun.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, happy watching.
See you then.